Good morning. My name is John Hawes, and as one of the practitioners here at the Center for Spiritual Living Prescott, I have the honor of providing the pre-service meditation. And thanks for joining here in the sanctuary or live online, as well as perhaps at some other space and time via the internet and YouTube. As this is recorded February 1st, we had our full moon this morning, 7:27 a.m., the moon setting, the sun rising. We're also enjoying a warm winter, but not with much snow or rain. We're just ending the last moments of the year of the snake, about to welcome in this month, the year of the horse. And in the United States, we call it Groundhog's Day, but it's the cross quarter, halfway between the winter solstice and the vernal equinox. 6 more weeks of winter, 6 weeks until spring. It's a winter either way. The Celts called it Imbolc, the time of year pre-planting. So today's theme is the returning light, because I notice the sun setting later, the sun rising earlier. It'll be almost 6 tonight when the sun sets. So let's just settle in if you haven't already. Allow yourself to find the comfort of your chair. Take in a breath. Nice, deep, cleansing breath in. Hold. And let it go. Repeat as necessary. In. Hold. Let your body return to its normal breath. Let it breathe you. Check in with your body temple. See if there's any sensations. Anything you're feeling or noticing. Just allow it to let go. Be fully present in this moment. Right now, there's nothing to do. No past to concern you. No future to plan for. Just this perfect now moment. If a thought arises, you can just notice it. In your mind, label it thinking. If a sensation arises, just notice it. Let it go. Sensing. if you prefer, you can choose a phrase like, "My light returns." Use it to return to this still place inside where we touch and commune with the Spirit divine. For the next moments of silence, accompanied by the soft sounds, just notice. My light returns. My light returns. My light returns. light returns. My light returns. Allow your face to have a little smile. Notice for the rest of the day and the week ahead, imagining the change in the world as you allow your light to return, the smile of your light returning. If you should get off balance, take that cleansing breath. Become aware of the still place we just visited. It's always waiting for you. Notice how others shift when you let your light shine. Focusing on my light changes the world. Namaste.
Testing, 1, 2. That sounds good. Testing.
That was abrupt. Oh, hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning at CSL Prescott. This is what we do on Sundays, and it's great to have you here. Let's see. I'm Jackson, and I'm playing music with you all. And any of these songs that come up, feel free to sing along. It's always cooler when you do. And if you don't, I'm dying inside. But I understand. I understand. We have Sky here today. He is not upset in every way today, but maybe tomorrow. Yeah. And we're really glad he's here because I guess I should have known that March 1st and February 1st are always the same day. And I put Tom and Krista, they are coming March 1st, not February 1st. And so Sky was like, I'll come down and hang out with you good people. So I'm thankful for that. That's what I thought. Kay is here, and I can't wait to see what happens today. So we're glad you're here, and we know that whatever you do is going to be amazing. And of course, we have Bob. And he, speaking of amazing, is amazing. And if you've ever watched him sign, sometimes it gets so mesmerizing. And he's taught me so many words, I can't remember any of them. So this first song we're doing today is a Bob Marley song, essentially. And if you've ever taken foundations class, you know that one of the things you have to do a little project to kind of show what you've learned in foundations of CSL, of Science of Mind. And so this was not my little project in foundations, but it could have been. Because as you know, and I'm just going to give you a quick rundown, there is no idea of hell and sinning and being bad in this philosophy. And so this song, the original lyrics are about helpless sinners and stuff, and I'm like, I can't work with this. Because I kept trying to turn one word, and then there was another word I had to change. I finally said, forget it, I'll just rewrite it. And so what I did was, on the verse of this, it's a refresher course for us all of what the 5 steps of affirmative prayer are for Science of Mind, because we have a 5-step process of prayer, which you'll start to notice. If you don't know that already, you'll start to notice a lot of prayers come in that, in this, sequence. Because when I first got here, and first time I come here, and they end the prayer with, and so it is, I got so like, I'm not sure I get that, but now I do. But anyway, so this is a Bob Marley song with the 5 steps of affirmative prayer of CSL. Bob, do you have anything to say to these fine?
Together and feel alright. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Recognize there is only one power. I release and I let go, and so it is.
Feeling all right. Do you feel the energy there?
It's like foundations from the islands, Mom.
Yeah, man. Well, welcome on this auspicious day, February 1st. The first Sunday is also Birthday Sunday, so if you have a February birthday, we will treat you a little later. And there's also the full moon. We've got the cross quarter day. We've got all of things going on. And tomorrow, what do we know about tomorrow? Back in Hitsapani, they're going to be looking groundhogs, right? With Bill Murray. Over and over, but we are all right. And that was part of the message and part of the thing of treatment, is knowing that there's only the one thing that's going on. And so it's true that welcome here because you are here in the sanctuary, or maybe you're going to watch it again online, or maybe you're watching it live and direct on YouTube by one of the many channels out there. And if you want to, later in the service, after service, quiets down, you can come up for one of those affirmative prayers with one of us practitioners. My name is John Haas. I'm one of the licensed professional practitioners here at the Center for Spiritual Living. And it's always our pleasure to pray. And so as we think about one love, one life, we are together. Let's together invoke Spirit. Because the truth is that Spirit has never gone anywhere, always here. So we can recognize and remember that power and presence that is all around us, through and as each one of us. This power goes by many names, be it God, the universe, Great Spirit, Buddha nature. It does not matter its name, because it represents the spiritual idea of love, beauty, grace, all those things humans aspire to be and become. And of course, if it's everywhere and every when, and it is right here with you in your chair, it is right here, me the speaker, you the listener. It is also in the entire world, whether aware or not. So I just know that this day is blessed. This service is already perfect in the mind of God. The message of Dr. Fontana will help us. Her sounds will help heal. The music of Jackson and Sky Daddy bringing us all together as one love. And I thank all the staff for keeping the place in place. And we are truly blessed with this one love, one God. So I am so grateful for the teachings of Science of Mind that helps me change my thoughts and therefore change my life. So I simply release these words into the action of love and law, knowing that one love shows the way. And together we anchor that with, and so it is.
This is one we haven't done for a long time. This is a Daniel Nahmod song. Goes
the sweetest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, get ready, get ready, my soul. Diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in.
We're diving in, we're getting ready. Because that one love, that presence, is palpable. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, wrote in his seminal text, Science of Mind, and from that, so much has arisen. He said, "Love rules through law. Love is the divine givingness. Law is the way. Love is spontaneous. Law is impersonal. Love points the way, and the law makes it possible." So in this next few moments, let's contemplate these words. Love points the way, and law makes the way possible. Let love point the way. And could I have the lovely candlelighters come forward? The Center for Spiritual Living Prescott, guided by the Science of Mind, acknowledges the diverse faiths and spiritual traditions that enrich our world. Each belief system offers a distinct understanding of the mysteries of existence and a unique connection with the divine. Lighting these candles symbolizes our collective reverence for the diverse paths humanity takes in search of meaning and purpose. In this shared moment, we affirm and celebrate the multiplicity of the human experience. We light a candle for Christianity, based on the teachings of Jesus the Christ, who taught the path of love, forgiveness, and healing by the presence within. For Islam and its teaching and belief in the one and only God, creator of the heaven and the earth. For Judaism, a community of shared laws, traditions, and family ties, which began with the covenant between Abraham and God. For Buddhism, the middle path of non-attachment that ends suffering. For Hinduism, the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. For the traditions of indigenous people everywhere and their close and sacred connections to the earth, sky, and her waters. For Baha'i, the path of unity and peace. For the goddess traditions celebrating the power and wisdom of the feminine energies, including nature and nurture. And for the science of mind, a philosophy of life that teaches there is a power for good in the universe and we can use it. So please join me and speak our truth into this. I am here for God. My purpose is to express the nature of God as love, abundance, and joy in everything I do. The good I seek for myself is what I desire for all people everywhere. And so it is.
One night I was sleeping in my bed and I had a beautiful dream.
What?
All the people of the world got together on the same wavelength.
They
and
did?
began helping one another. Now in this dream, universal love was the theme, and peace and understanding, and it happened just like this. The sick and the hungry had smiles on their faces, tired and the homeless had families all around. The streets and the cities were all beautiful places, walls came tumbling down. People of the world all back together, for boys and girls. Children of the world look forward to a future. Remember now, tick tock, beat. Time slipping away. Remember, tick tock, people. Time slipping away. I had a vision of blue sky from seaside to sea. Trees of the forest starting tall again. Everything's green and pretty, safe for you and me. The worst enemies became the best of friends. People of the world had a future, had together, the boys and the girls. Children of the world look forward to a future. Remember now, tick tock, people. Time slipping away. Remember now, tick tock, people. Time slipping away. Take it away, Jackson, on the set. Remember now, tick tock, people. Time slipping away. Remember now, tick tock, people. Time slipping away. I'm fella. Tick tock, people. Time slipping away. Everybody sing with us now. Tick tock, people. Time slipping away.
Tick tock. That's what we're talking about. But now we have something special that will take time away, allow it to just heal us, with our guest speaker today, Dr. Kay Fontana, who later, after service, starting about noon till about 1:30, is going to bless us with sounds from all of these different beautiful instruments. Feel the sound of the healing that precedes her. Dr. Kay?
Thank you, John. Good morning. How is everyone today? All right. So I want to thank you for welcoming into this sacred space today. It is truly an honor to be with you and to be back here in Prescott. My husband and I attended here years ago. We left about 13 years ago to go back to Phoenix. And unfortunately. And so today I'm here to share something deeply personal and deeply human and also deeply spiritual. So this morning I want to invite us into a conversation that we don't always allow ourselves to have openly. And a conversation about loss, about grief, and about that proverbial elephant in the room. And that so often lingers in unspoken in our communities, our families, and even our own lives. So, and yet the truth that I want to ground us in today is that even in our most painful experiences, we are never outside the love and presence of Spirit. So the title of my talk today is Grief, God, and the Creative Process. So we all know about Dr. Ernest Holmes, our founder of Science of Mind, and that and his ideas of the creative process. Now this topic is important because grief touches every life, right? And whether we speak of it or not, I know this community has experienced many losses, and I've known those that have passed in this community when we were here 13 years ago. And at some point, each of us will experience loss, whether it's death of someone we love, whether it's the ending of a relationship, whether it's something that maybe our loss of health, or a loss of identity, or a chapter that we thought would last forever. And so, and yet grief is something our culture leaves us feeling isolated, that our culture doesn't often avoids the topic of loss and grief, right? And we don't address it because it's like I said, that proverbial elephant in the room. We don't want to talk about it, and we don't want to experience it. We don't want to share it. And when we do that, people are left feeling isolated in their pain and unsure of where Spirit really fits in to this whole grief process. So bringing grief into our spiritual conversations reminds us that faith is not only for moments of joy and happiness and abundance and prosperity, but also for those tender moments, those confusing moments, and those heartbreaking seasons of life. So when we make space for grief, we make space for deeper compassion, for greater authenticity, and a fuller experience of the presence of God, exactly when we need it the most, right? So as we are reminded, there's no place where God is not, even here, even now, even in grief. So in our tradition, I talk about Science of Mind, in our tradition, we often speak of wholeness and peace and joy and abundance and prosperity and all those wonderful qualities that we all have the ability to tap into. And all of that is absolutely true. And these qualities are the essence of Spirit itself. But we are also human. And we can't escape grief. We can't escape loss. The ending of relationships or the death of a loved one. We can't escape it. So when loss comes, when death comes, when changes sweep through our lives like an uninvited guest, then we feel pain. We hurt. So sometimes we're cracked wide open. Sometimes our faith trembles. Sometimes the silence feels unbearable. So, and still, even in those cracks, even in those trembling silences, Spirit is there. So Rumi reminds us, grief can be the garden of compassion. If you keep your heart open through everything, your pain can become your greatest ally and your life's search for love and wisdom. Isn't that beautiful? So 3 years ago, January 14th, my husband Dave passed away. And some of you might remember him when we were here 13 years ago. We were part of this community for a while. And we were married for 40 years, a lifetime of love that began only 2 months after we met. And we were married for 40 years, and we met in May and got married in the end of May and got married the 1st of August. So 2 months. No, we met, yeah, that's right, end of May. So, and the rest of the marriage was laughter, adventures, ordinary sacred days, but also challenges, like everyone experiences. So when he died, the days that followed were filled with everything that you might expect, with that shock, heartache, brain fog, exhaustion, waves of pain that felt unending. So Vicki Harrison reminds us that grief is like an ocean. It comes in waves, ebbing and flowing. Sometimes the water is calm, and sometimes it is overwhelming. And all we can do is learn to swim. But grief is never just emotional. There are also practical things that demand our attention. The phone calls to return, the appointments to cancel, the financial matters to attend to, and then there are, sorting through belongings. And some of those things can be surprisingly easy, and then others are a little bit more difficult, like, parting with personal items, like souvenirs from travels that we went on. And so I wasn't ready to part with those, so I didn't. I still have them, some of them. And that's something I want to pause and emphasize today, that there is no timeline in grief. There's only your own rhythm. Healing is not a race, and Spirit is patient with us. What often stops us from healing our grief is not a lack of strength, but a lack of permission. Many of us were taught that, either directly or indirectly, that grief should be handled quietly and not out in public. We shouldn't talk about it. We should kind of brush it under the rug and just kind of keep it to ourselves, right? Because if we talk about it, somebody's going to say, well, you need to move on. You need to get going with your life. You need to do something about it. And it might not be your time to move on with it. So sometimes we even believe that feeling our grief means we're doing something wrong, or wrong spiritually, or though sadness is a failure of faith. Fear can also keep us stuck. Fear of being overwhelmed, fear of that letting ourselves feel fully, we might never recover, or fear that what life will look like if we truly accept what has changed. When grief is suppressed, judged, or rushed, it doesn't disappear. It just shows up in a different form. So I like to say we need to move through it, not around it. So about 5.5 months after Dave passed, I was sitting outside Courthouse Square in Prescott here at the 10-year memorial anniversary of the Granite Mountain Hotshots. I'm sure you all remember that tragic day in 2013 when 9 brave firefighters lost their lives. And at the memorial, a young man, just 16 years old, got up to speak. His father had been one of the hotshots. And the last time he saw his father, he was only 6 years old. He spoke with such incredible courage. Mind you, he's 16 years old. He spoke with courage, such openness about the last time he saw his dad. And then he said something that I will never forget. He said, you can be better. No, you can be bitter or you can be better. I choose to be better. I choose joy. It's like, whoa, dude, he's 16 years old. Maybe I need to learn something from this young man. So the words were so simple, yet so profound coming from this wise teenager. It was, in that moment, something shifted in me. It's like his words were not just about healing, but it was like his personal mantra. And that day I felt clarity arise. It's like, well, if he can do it, so can I, And so knowing that that was my life's path, it just opened up to me that that was my true calling, that I needed to help others going through grief like he had just helped me. And I will never forget that. And someday I hope to meet him one day. So that moment, though born in sorrow, was also a moment of profound spiritual awakening. In religious science, we talk about the creative process that I mentioned: spirit, soul, body, or we might think of it as thought, law, and manifestation. It's the movement of the divine energy from idea into form. So this process is not reserved for just joy and abundance and clarity. It's always at work, even in grief. So when Dave and I first found CSL Prescott, it wasn't by coincidence, because I don't believe in coincidences. Spirit led us here, preparing us for the journey ahead. And I believe for him, it was his journey beyond this life. And for me, it's for what my path is now. In the early days of loss, I couldn't see any of that. My vision was pretty clouded by tears, but slowly my questions began to shift from, why did this happen? To, well, what can I do with this? From, will I ever be whole again? To, well, how can I serve from this place? So Ernest Holmes reminds us there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. Sometimes that power flows through joy, but sometimes flows through tears. Sometimes through surrender. Sometimes through the cracks in your carefully constructed lives. We often think of grief as something to get over, something to overcome. But what if grief is not the enemy? What if grief is a sacred companion? Some refer to death as the enemy, but in our teaching, we recognize that all life is eternal, spirit expressing. Death then is not an ending, but a doorway, a transition, a change in form. And so we often refer, when someone has passed, that they made their transition to another form. Spirit does not step away from us in sorrow. Spirit steps into the tears, into the silence, into the aching emptiness, into the moments when we feel we cannot breathe. Holmes also said, Spirit can only do for us what it can do through us. So grief is not one of the ways Spirit works through us. Grief is one of the ways that Spirit works through us. It awakens empathy. It expands compassion. Into the aching, it shapes the person we are becoming. Pain carves us out to make more room for love. So what do we do with this understanding? We begin to soften our relationship with grief rather than trying to conquer it. We allow ourselves to listen instead of resist, to meet sorrow with curiosity and compassion instead of judgment. We use this awareness to create space for honest feelings, for reflection, for prayer and presence, and for trusting the quiet movement of spirit within us. Rather than asking grief to hurry or disappear, we invite it to walk beside us as a teacher, revealing what matters most, reshaping our priorities, and guiding us toward deeper connection with ourselves and with one another, and with God. In doing so, we open the door not only to healing, but to transformation, a healing that unfolds gently in its own time and always held in love. So, as I mentioned, Dave and I we met before Memorial Day weekend in 1982, and we were married on August 3rd. Our honeymoon took place in Greer, Arizona, in the snow. I had never skied before, and after the bunny slopes, Dave coaxed me into the real runs. We were out in Sunrise. And one night we decided to go night skiing. Snow fell softly while we were there, and so we headed back to our cabin in Greer. Our source of music in the car was, we had a choice of the radio, which out in the middle of nowhere, you get nothing, or cassette tapes. Am I showing my age? So radio was not an option. So now he put on one of our favorite cassette tapes, one of our favorite bands. And he forwarded this song, this really interesting song that had these extraterrestrial sounds to it. And well, I'll just say, it was Pink Floyd. And then we're on this narrow 2-lane highway. The snow is falling. It's cloudy. There's like a moon behind the clouds. He turns off the headlights. And I'm like, he goes, "Are you scared?" And I go, "No, I trust you." And playing this Pink Floyd music. And it was amazing. So fast forward 4 decades later, after he died or made his transition, I was sitting on the edge of our bed looking at his pictures and reminiscing about that night and how absolutely beautiful it was with the snow falling in the dark and the Pink Floyd and all that stuff in my 1979 Camaro. I was like, try driving that in the snow. Yeah, sorry. And and I still talk to him every day and say, "Hey, doing this, doing that." Anyway, I stopped for a moment and said, "I'll be right back." And I needed to take the recycling out to the curb and then also check my email on the computer. So after I came back inside, I went to my computer real quick, and I unlocked my computer. Immediately, my Apple Tunes came on and started playing that song. I've never played that song on my computer at home, only on my phone. And all I could say was, "No way." So why do I share that story? To remind you that grief is not just sorrow, that it also is threaded with mystery, and that with treasures, with moments of spirit that whispers through synchronicities, through signs and memories. And if there's one message I hope to carry with you today, is this: you do not need to get over grief. You're invited to grow with it. Grief is not a detour away from life. It is a part of life. And when we allow it to shape us, to deepen us, to soften us, it often gives rise to true purpose. Purpose is not found in ignoring. Purpose often rises from within it. So I invite you today to trust the process. Trust your path. Trust that even here, now, Spirit is with you. And in closing, we do not grieve without God. We do not grow without God. And we are never alone. And so I want to end with this quote I found by Gary Zukav. "The energy of everyone you have ever loved is still with you." So I end with that. Thank you for allowing me to share this space with you. And now we'll go into prayer. Thank you. So there is one life. That life is God. That life is the infinite spirit that exists in all things, all beings, all possibilities. The infinite presence that is in the seen and unseen, the visible, the invisible. From the clouds in the sky to the stars beyond, all the way to the center core of this earth. And everything in between is God. God is filled with mystery. God is filled with that love and joy and peace and calm and surrender. And God is also in that grief and that eternal life. It is all God. And what I know of God, I know of myself and everyone here today, that we are the divine expressions of that God, the divine expressions of truth, of love and joy and peace. As we are, God lives in, through, and as us right here, right now. And I'm so grateful for this truth, knowing that God is here. God is that presence. That in every situation in our lives, whether it is loss, whether it is the death of someone, the loss of a relationship, the loss of a home, the loss of finances, a change in family status, that all that is God. God is in that moment. God is in all of those moments. And we seek to find peace and joy and love in those moments, and not to ignore them, not to push them aside or brush them under a rug or hide them and keep them silent. Those are the moments that God, that Spirit is with us at every moment. Just as God is in the trees and the clouds and the sky and the moon, the stars, and all of that, God is in our hearts, in our grieving hearts, at every moment. And that we have the ability to tap into God's gifts. Sweet Spirit being with us at all times. And I am so grateful for this truth. This truth, as we know that God is here, God is with us, that God walks with us in every moment. And it is in those divine moments that we can experience God's presence. That joy, that peace, that calm that is forever with us. And with great gratitude, I release these words into the action of universal law, knowing that it is already done and it is so. That life is eternal. Peace is with us. Spirit walks with us. Even in those moments of grief and loss, God is still here. And I let it go and I let it be, and I say God, yes to God. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you. Amen.
Let it be. And as we look out, we know that in our hearts, as we experience love and life, death and birth, we always come back to our community. And this is a perfect time to know that the time, treasure, and talents that we have are what celebrate and motivate and keep the doors open here at Center for Spiritual Living. So as you can see, we continue to grow in our membership that attend daily, weekly. We are able to bring in money, and we have greater goals to be able to achieve. And so if you have something to give today, put it over your heart and share with me as we speak. Divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, life. And thank you, Sky Daddy, for coming back with some great music.
Thank you. Thank you. This is a very popular song by Chris Stapleton, and I just want to read just a couple lines that it says here. It says, nobody wins if we're afraid of losing, and the hard roads are the ones worth choosing. Well, the road rolls on like a welcome mat to a better place than the one we're at. And I ain't got no kind of plan, but I've had all of this I can stand. But I got friends out on the coast. We can jump in the water and see what floats. And we've been saving for a rainy day. Let's beat the storm and be on our way. Well, it don't matter to me. Wherever we are is where I want to be. And honey, for once in our life, let's take some chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my four-leaf clover. Starting over. Well, this might not be an easy time. There's rivers to cross and hills to climb. And some days we might fall apart. And some nights might feel cold and dark. But nobody wins if we're afraid of losing. And the hard roads are the ones worth choosing. Someday we'll look back and smile and know that it's worth every mile. Well, it don't matter to me. Wherever we are is where I want to be. And honey, for once in our life, let's take some chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny. You can be my four-leaf clover. Starting over. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Thank you. That's a starting over. Let's see if I could have the offering and bless this, because we know that every day is a starting over. Every day is a new opportunity. Every day is a good day. And so as we gathered here and we bless these finances. We bless the treasure that we bring. We bless our talents that we bring to this center. And we know that it is good and very good. And we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. And this opportunity to bless each other is to bless new visitors or people that have been gone for a while, that haven't been here, who've been working on Sundays. But if you don't feel like standing up, we don't have to. But if you would stand up and say your name and where you're from, we'd love to welcome you.
My name's Dore. I'm from Prescott.
Welcome, Dore.
I'm Bonnie, and I moved here a year ago from Phoenix.
Congratulations. Thank you, Dore.
Hi, I'm Michael. I was
Yay.
for quite a while, and I think I'm coming back.
Glad to see you back. Thanks. And what is it about? Oh, another. Oh, psst.
I'm Gail. I'm Kenny's sister.
Oh, Gail. Great, visiting from Oregon. So, did you bring some wet with you? Oh, man. Well, welcome anyway. And so, because it's the first Sunday of the month, February, would those who have a February birthday be willing to stand so that we can feat you with a happy birthday? Yay! And so you'll notice a little change. It says, "Dear loved ones," because we have so many of you in February. So,
That can only mean one thing.
do 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 do. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear loved ones. Happy birthday to you. And of course, if you'd all stand up, grab a hand, and say with me our benediction. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It's happening through my mind, my body, and my affairs. I think it, I believe it, I feel it, I know it, I accept it. Thank you, life.